Everybody say championship.
Now they're getting back together for the first time in over 30 years.
Iggy!
Hey, what's up, Lenny? Buddy, I thought you were gonna start working out.
What does that mean?
You're fat?
No!
All right, I know we mentioned this already, but in this movie, 5 friends get together who are also teammates back in high school.
On a basketball team.
On a basketball team. Now, when they are growing up, these are some of the most accident-prone motherfuckers I've ever seen. Can you imagine these retarded motherfuckers trying to play basketball?
Well, to be fair,
We don't have to imagine. It's there on the big screen.
It'll be like a bunch of little Harlem Globetrotters.
I was rooting for him.
I think they lived in the Northeast, and, you know, come on. They lived in a town with 2 black people in it, right? So it had to be the Northeast.
Well, that'd be
and
awesome.
they don't know how to play basketball. The whole team are white, but they're lucky they can walk.
No,
But you know what, that was-
what's that? Those fools are trying to play the Special Olympics team.
I know you could easily get them confused with Special Olympics.
Yeah, those the retarded kids be looking at them like they're retarded.
Those
The whole time, it's like this movie is about Adam Sandler and his autistic friends.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
he always writes these things where he's the guy with the touch. He's got the magic. He's got the magic jump shot. He's a successful one. You know, they're all scrubs, but he's a hot Hollywood agent
Well,
who
let's
never
never
works.
forget what this movie actually is. It's a microcosm of Adam Sandler's entire career.
Wait, wasn't that his last movie?
Well, no, but this is like every single one of his friends in this one. I mean, he always takes a lot of them, but this one was like, they're all coming.
Well, that's true.
Well, one of them
Sure
had to
enough,
get
they do.
replaced, though. One of them had to get replaced.
Oh, yeah.
That's
because
Chris
because
Farley.
Chris Farley was gone. So
Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
gone, though. Come on. He was gone. for
He'll always be
Sandler.
with me in spirit.
You know what, co-host? I didn't think about that. I don't know how I missed it. That how Kevin James is his new Chris Farley.
I'm
Like,
telling
he's
you,
like,
man.
oh, yeah.
You need
He's
to pay
"Look,
attention."
I don't just need a sidekick. I need a fat sidekick.
Can you see
That's
that
right.
conversation? He's like, you know, Kevin, you're great and all, but could you get a little more morbidly obese?
Yeah. Could you eat another Twinkie for me?
Almost
and here's a
there.
pound of cocaine. I can just snort this as quickly as possible.
You know what? They should have pulled a Weekend at Bernie's and just dug up Chris Farley because it probably would have been just as funny.
Did you feel like the best thing there was a point here I felt like the best thing that could have happened is if they had suddenly let one of the characters die. Like something happened and one of them died. It's like shit. What
Yeah.
the-
It should have been that bastard in the first 10
Best thing
minutes.
that could have happened in this film.
Or that rival basketball team of those losers, if they had like actually kidnapped those guys and dragged them out to deep in the woods, like they were going to kill them.
I like
and
the-
turn it into Deliverance.
Like rape them out the woods.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you telling
There's
me?
where we part. So we go different
Your
paths.
movie right there.
Are you telling me that somebody wasn't killed? I thought Steve Buscemi was dead throughout this whole movie because he
looked
looked so
dead.
damn pale
Man,
and like
that poor dude. The older, I mean, he was never pretty, but the older he gets, he's starting to turn into Gollum.
He needs to go out in the sun, I'm thinking, too.
No shit.
I
no,
mean,
he needs to be an extra in The Walking Dead.
That's
what
shit.
Oh, you're right. I mean, look, seriously, you put a picture of Gollum and
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi together, you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, they're the same.
You have to pick the one that's actually trying to take your ring.
Nah, man, you're right. These are all Adam Sandler's friends, and they're all just taking a vacation. Shit, 'cause I mean, most of Adam Sandler's movies. I say most, not all, but a lot of them don't have a script. It's just him getting his friends together, and they just doing stupid shit. Like in
Yeah.
this one, we have Kevin James, David Spade, Rob Schneider, and Chris Rock, who in this movie is called. His name is Kurt McKenzie. How many
Yeah.
black people know named McKenzie?
Well, like, once again, the Northeast, like I said. You
Yeah,
don't know,
somebody
he's-
named McKenzie owned his family. At some point.
Yeah, that would make so much more sense. Yeah.
Some family named McKenzie owned Chris Rock. In this
Better
movie.
than McDougal.
No, but in this one, it really is one of those films where it's reminiscent of any kind of movie where either relatives or friends get together and they go out somewhere out in the woods.
Sure.
And something's going to follow. I mean, all these people are going to get together and they're going to like reminisce about old times. They're going to try to tell the kids how back in that day things were different, but it's all going to accumulate to lead up to one big event. Like for the family films, you know, they're usually family reunions. The rival brothers have to get together and do like they have to win the three-legged race or something like that.
What was that one with the black family? Was it with Martin Lawrence?
It was 2 movies like that.
Okay.
One was with Martin Lawrence and the other was with Cedric the Entertainer.
Yes. Okay. The
Both terrible.
And both of them ended with like a family
event.
event.
Some game.
That would explain why I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I missed those. Yeah,
No, it was Negro Day at the movies. You weren't
maybe
there.
they carry him at Redbox, Cyrus. We have to check it out.
But in this one, all these guys get together. they do the same thing. They're reminiscing about their time, the glory days back when they were very small high school students. Didn't it like they were in elementary school?
Yeah, that is the thing. They said they were like 13 or 14. They all look like they were 10.
Yeah, that's junior
They
high.
look like they were garbage pail kids, like out on the basketball court. I was like, wow, they got the most like brain damaged looking kids to play their parts, which is why I honestly love these Adam Sandler movies. When I almost wish they would make a whole movie out of those kids that we saw at the beginning, because I was just laughing at how they were playing basketball.
Yeah, they did. It
I was like, man, this is genius.
Crazy nights. And,
Yeah.
No. Well, in this movie, when they get back together, they're telling the kids, hey, get out in the woods, be kids, put the cell phones down, quit playing the video game.
Put them Xboxes
Yeah,
and
put
them
them-
Atari 2600s down.
games.
Yeah, you just try taking an Xbox away from a kid these days.
Yeah, they'll
You
shoot
get
you.
shot.
Yeah, your own kid will shank you.
Choke you with that remote control.
I was like, oh.
But you know what? We should embrace all this because this is all playing into the grand plan of eventually you just put them in the machine and then let them out when they're 18 to go get a job.
There you go.
Isn't that the goal? Isn't that
Yeah.
what we want to get to?
You don't have to watch them, just sit them in a room with a video game.
No,
Next
but
thing you know.
plug them into their capsule that does everything for them, and you can go fuck your wife in peace.
And then you check the room, your kid has a beard. You're like, shit, I left him in too long.
Hey,
my
believe
God.
me, if Salma Hayek is my wife, there ain't gonna be no peace.
Yeah.
It's not like a goddamn war going on.
Well, in this movie, instead of getting together to lead up to one big event after they've schooled the kids in the ways of nature and being a real kid, this one leads up to they run into some old rivals from back in the day when they were like 13 or 14. This situation is led by Colin Quinn, and I think Steve Buscemi's in his game. And they say, hey, back in the day when that big game happened, it didn't go down like it should have. You stepped over the line. I want a rematch. So we go through about an hour and a half of bullshit, and then they say, oh yeah, we got to get to that match at the end of the movie. And so it's not a good movie is what I'm trying to say. But you know what? Man, when those guys got together, it ranged from me laughing hard when they were ribbing on each other to groaning a lot. But I did laugh hard.
Well, there was a certain level of charm inherent in this film, and just that they didn't give a shit about the plot. I was kind of like, you know what? No matter what you did, I wasn't going to give a shit about the plot either.
Yeah.
And I kind of glad like that. The stuff you're talking about, like the basketball game, it's so tertiary. It's so like, I guess we'll get to this, and even then, it's like harmless. And the whole film has the feeling of one of these type of events. When you go for the family reunion or you see a bunch of old friends and
Yeah.
go out to a cabin, it's like, man, we're just getting a little drunk. We're just taking it easy. Sure, I haven't smoked pot in years. What the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
you know,
like, you know what? What the hell? Weekend's over before you know it, but you're like, that was nice.
You hit it right on the head with this film. This film is definitely harmless,
Yeah.
but the thing is, I love that they add things to the film, like Salma Hayek and a couple of the hottest girls I've seen on film in the longest time. I wish I knew their names. One of them is Asian, another Caucasian.
Maria Bello, who's hot. I mean, you remember?
No,
she
we're
was.
talking about
No, I'm talking about.
It was a middle-aged white woman. That's the first thing
Hold on.
Maria
Yeah.
Bello over Salma Hayek?
I'm not talking about Rob Schneider's wife, the 80-year-old woman.
Oh, she was fine, man. They had that moment when she said, I could get nude. They told her to sit down like, I've been robbed.
What the hell?
Man, there's the two girls who play the two of Rob Schneider's daughters, which is like, you're like, yeah, how could he, this hideous mutant, have these girls who are so hot they should probably be illegal to walk around, even with their faces revealed, much less in bikinis.
Well, one of
cause
the-
a fucking heart attack.
I know. One of the girls is Madison Riley, the blonde chick who is, man, she is, Santa Maria has one of the finest asses I've seen.
She
in a
got
long
like
time.
Empire State Building legs that will
Yes, she
fucking
does.
knock
She's
you
a
on your
tall
ass.
chick, man.
Woo,
But she's
her
so
ass,
But
too.
then they bring
Whoa.
out the
Wait,
half
what's-
Asian girl who like totally is like, wait, get that blonde girl out of the way. What's going on with her?
Dude, she was hot
Jesus
too. Oh my god!
Christ.
But you know what? You can't take away all the fire away from Salma Hayek and Maria Bello.
Thank
who
you.
really shine in this movie. Man, talk about shining. I mean, did you guys notice like Salma Hayek's breasts were like almost like another star in the film?
Well,
I
they
mean,
always are.
I was
they
like,
always are.
holy no! This is the most I've seen them really like out there in public.
Co-host,
Like,
in my
damn.
head, they're a star in everything I'm doing at any point in my
Yeah.
life. Any movie I'm seeing, I'm going to see Tron, and somewhere in there I'll be like, man, Salma Hayek's breasts are great in this.
Yes. If if there's a documentary about Cyrus where he's just in it by himself, he's gonna have breasts.
Can I have what you're taking?
By the way, I did not notice her breasts as much as I did Maria Bello's because I was too busy
Well.
fantasizing when I was that little kid sucking on her breasts.
The lactation fantasy does nothing for me, and I'm very upset to know it does something for you.
And it's not about the lactation. That shit could be dry, and I mean, as long as it look like that, I'm
You
into
just
it.
like cereal.
Yeah.